So the new Diablo patch has rolled out today, which brings many improvements to the game, but players are already reporting issues with Masterworking after this latest update. And the Diablo team has already responded to this with a workaround, so I'm going to go over that for you all. Also, players have noticed problems with their mounts in Season 4 and a possible workaround for this as well, and a warning to all players about selling your Masterworks material. You definitely don't want to miss this. So I'm going to jump into the news. Let's do this. And by the way, quick note, my twin bro Robbie, who usually reports on the Diablo news, is currently on vacation, enjoying the sun and the beach, so I'm helping out and pitching in on the Diablo 4 news today. So go easy on me. I'm hoping that I get everything right in this video, but we're going to start off with the issues players are having with the Masterworking in Diablo 4. And Adam Fletcher, the community manager of Diablo 4, said, "Hi all, we are looking into the Masterworking issues players are experiencing with the new 1.4.1 patch." And Javi responded to this, said, "In the meantime, do a singular pit run and Masterworking will unlock until a hotfix is rolled out." So that's very good news that there is at least a workaround with the Masterworking issues that you may be experiencing. So keep that in mind. Also, some players have been talking about problems with their mounts in Diablo 4. And this was posted by Denny This Flesh. He said, "This season broke my horse and I hate that. I don't see many people talking about this. It feels like it went back to how it was in Season 1, and that was awful. The dash duration is noticeably shorter than before, and the speed is significantly less. It also gets hung up on things way more than last season. I hope something is done about it soon. I'd give up dashing in down to go back to how it was before." Edit, someone in the comments suggested that the Battle Pass horse may be causing the shorter dash duration, and after switching to a different horse, that appears to be the case for me. It feels much better now, so try a different horse if you're having that problem. This won't fix the horse getting caught up on little things though. That's still happening. And right here we have I believe that's what their name is. They said, "It's janky feeling for sure. Feels like Season 0 more than Season 1. And Karagor responded, said, "Nah, as someone just rejoining after last playing Season 1, the mounts are still way better than I remember. At least I don't have to stop every 30 seconds because of barricades or getting stuck on random terrain. Still happens rarely, but nothing like before." So there's mixed opinions on the mounts right now, but if you are having issues with your mount, try to switch from the Battle Pass mount to a different mount. So that seems to be the workaround with some of the issues players are experiencing with their mounts. Now, also, this is a warning to some players about your Masterworks. This was posted by Mr. X Sleep. They said, "PSA, don't sell your Masterworked gear, salvage it." And they said, "I just found this out a day or so ago, and it was news to all of my friends. If you salvage gear that you have Masterworked, you will be refunded a significant portion of the pit materials, as well as other materials, veiled crystals, etc. You get back everything except the current Masterwork level, so the specific amount you get back varies based on the Masterwork level of the item. For example, if you salvage an item Masterwork to level 6, you will get back all of the materials used to get to level 5, but you will lose the materials used to go from 5 to 6. And then they go on and post more details on this. I'm not going to read over all of this. You can pause it if you want to, but they give a little bit more details on Masterwork 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and so on. And then they go on to say at the very end of this, to everyone who contributed to this post, to all the people who proved me wrong, thank you for taking the time to comment, whether it be to add information or only to prove me wrong or argue. Your input helped make this post better and more accurate. Initially, I thought I was getting back everything, but that was proved wrong. the amount returned is still a substantial amount of pit materials and is much better to salvage than to sell. If I argued with you about the amount returned, I apologize. You were right. I was wrong. I was not getting 100% back. So just keep that in mind. But they do say, in that initial post that you should salvage your masterworked gear. So also leave a comment down below. Let me know if you agree with that post. And let's check out this post by Call Me JMO, who says, the only thing missing for me now is real dungeon crawling. They go on to say Season 4 is a great step in the right direction, but my favorite thing about Diablo has always been the massive dungeons you can get lost in while finding lore bits and treasure along the way. Season 4 is heavily focused on making Hell Tides the great overworld content they were meant to be, as well as making loot rewarding and fun. Next step is to bring real dungeon crawls back to the game. Real dungeon crawls that were even a feature of Diablo 3. Big labyrinths that had a narrative to them as they went on in the form of environmental storytelling, side quests, and journals contained within the dungeon, which rewarded patient and thorough exploration. This is what's still missing from a true Diablo experience in my mind. And then they go on to say, edit. I don't know why this has to be said, but a lot of people are responding as if I'm suggesting these dungeons become the only content. There are already dungeons in the game. I'm suggesting to make them actually good, not an infinitely repeatable experience that becomes the only content in the game. And, Always Looking Out responded, said, yes, please. I know it's wishful thinking, but I want WoW-like dungeons that I can run with friends. Lost Ark and Last Epoch both had some interesting dungeons Diablo 4 can take inspirations from. So, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Would you like to see something like this added to the game? Do you feel like the dungeons are not good enough that are currently in Diablo 4? What would you want to see added concerning dungeons with Diablo 4 in the future? Also, let's check this post out by Kid Clay, who says, Blizzard tempering reroll limits are bad for players. The reroll limits for tempering are terrible for the game. 2 reasons. Reroll limits only provide feel bad moments. Reroll limits rob players of agency over their own build and play. They then go on to say, finding great gear is a feel-good moment, the reason we all play games, but when tempering rolls are worthless aspects for that greater gear, it's 100% a feel-bad moment. It feels like you've worked and grinded for hours to find a great piece of gear, and then the game has just reached into your inventory and wrecked that awesome piece of gear arbitrarily for no reason whatsoever. Contrast tempering with enchanting and masterworking, in which the player gets to choose when to stop re-rolling. To one player, a re-roll may be worth 1 million, to another 5 million, to someone else 100 million, or whatever type of payment. But the point is the player gets to choose when this isn't worth the re-roll anymore, not Blizzard. So this was a response by Elizabeth, I believe that's the name, that said games have feel-bad moments. That's a fundamental aspect of games. You have to have disappointments where you don't get the thing you wanted on the first try, or else it isn't a game, it's a vending machine. And then they have point number 2. They said tempering limits don't affect your agency at all. In fact, they give you more decisions to make to exert your agency towards improving your character. So there's 2 opinions here from players on this with the tempering reroll limit. So let me know what you all think. Sound off in the comments down below. And that's going to do it for the Diablo 4 news today. Let me know how you are getting along with the new patch. Do you have any issues with it? What are you thinking about the new changes in the patch? Sound off in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. And Robbie says hello from the beach as well. See you all next time.